What exactly is the firmament? This concept has traveled through history with various interpretations and ideas surrounding its meaning. Originally, the word firmament is derived from the 13th century term for something strong and steadfast, a firm support for the heavens. In Latin, firmamentum means a support, a strengthening, rooted in firmus, meaning enduring. Some religious interpretations describe the firmament as a protective layer or dome over Earth, separating our atmosphere from space, where the waters above were kept apart from the waters below. In these early texts, this separation allowed the land and seas to form, creating a foundation for life. Yet as the centuries passed, interpretations expanded, with some even envisioning the firmament as grand as the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. However, the origin of the firmament may be simpler than these grand ideas suggest. If we peel back layers of later interpretations and return to its roots, we find a concept grounded in ancient Near Eastern literature. What did the earliest sources say about the firmament? Perhaps understanding it through its oldest references will reveal its original purpose and meaning. In truth, there's an answer much simpler than expected. With so many theories layered over time, the original understanding of the firmament has been clouded. Some read their own beliefs into its meaning, often reinforcing ideas rather than seeking the firmament's true application. Others, like skeptics, dismiss these ancient texts outright. It's no wonder that the true answer remains hidden, even though it's straightforward and accessible. So let's revisit some ancient texts to understand their context. By examining the descriptions of the firmament through their eyes, we may uncover what it was and what it represented in ancient minds. In the Babylonian Enuma Elish, one of the oldest known creation epics, the firmament is described through Marduk's actions, and over against the deep, he set the dwelling of Nudimud. And the Lord measured the structure of the deep, and he founded Ishara, a mansion like unto it, the mansion Ishara which he created as heaven. Here the great god Marduk visits his father Ea's city, Eridu. Inspecting a dam that Ea created, he sees how it transformed the land. This dam, drying the marshes, allowed gardens to flourish around Ea's residence. Inspired, Marduk begins his own creation, building Ishara, a grand structure atop a ziggurat, part dam, part mansion, symbolizing his control over land and water. In these early myths, Eridu is believed to be the origin of the biblical Eden. Ziggurats, massive structures built for gods and rulers, were not merely intended to reach the heavens, they were the heavens themselves. These towering structures embodied a divine realm on earth, created by humanity as sacred places where gods dwelled among them. Then in the founding of Eridu, we see Marduk's process in creating land from water, a task that reveals his understanding of reshaping nature. He formed dust and poured it out beside the reed. The Lord Marduk made a dam by the edge of the sea. He turned the reed beds into dry land. Earth he brought into being. Here Marduk doesn't simply create through divine power, he follows a methodical process. Starting with a mound of dirt, he constructs a dam to direct water runoff from mountain rivers above, diverting it away from the marshes, the waters below, until they dry and fertile land emerges. This isn't just an act of creation, it's an ancient engineering feat, transforming marshy regions into productive land. Marduk's construction echoes in the oldest myths, where divine acts often parallel human achievements. In his time, controlling water was tantamount to wielding the powers of life itself. Again in the Enuma Elish, Marduk's vision extends beyond Eridu to surrounding cities. He fixed a bolt, he stationed a watchman, and bade them not to let her waters come forth. He caused Anu, Bel and Ea in their districts to inhabit. In other cities, Marduk commissioned dams to manage and direct water flows. Gods were assigned to supervise these projects, stationing canal inspectors and officials to ensure their maintenance. This intricate system of dams and water management helped shape early civilizations, protecting cities from floods and creating fertile ground for cultivation. In the Genesis narrative, and God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together he called seas. In this scene, God creates the firmament to divide the waters above from those below, resulting in dry land's emergence. This resonates with the imagery from ancient texts, where humanity reshaped the landscape through water control to create new land, akin to a divine act of creation. Around 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, the Persian Gulf once reached deep into the Near Eastern lowlands. For the first time in millennia, the waters began to recede. What could cause such a shift with nearby sea levels unaffected? Archaeology points to an intricate network of dams, canals, and dikes. By managing river flows through these waterworks, ancient societies gradually dried the coastline, enabling vast irrigation projects. As stated in Genesis, now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep. This echoes the elite's ambition in prehistoric times to tame the marshlands and create habitable land from water. Thus, like in biblical texts and their ancient predecessors, creation arose from the depths of the sea. So what was the firmament? In essence, the firmament was more than a mystical dome. It was a dam, a series of dams even, designed to separate waters above, or the river mountains, from the waters below, or the marshes. It diverted water around the marshes, gathering it into the sea, while the land emerged as a result. Over time, these actions were mythologized, embedding the concept of a firmament into divine lore. The word dam, meaning barrier across a stream to obstruct its flow, finds its origins in Middle Dutch and Old Norse, linking closely with Old English terms for blocking or stopping up, and also called forderman, similar to firmament. It suggests that humanity's earliest engineering achievements, creating life-giving land from desolate marshes, became immortalized in stories of gods who crafted worlds. In looking back at these ancient texts, we see that the firmament was not an unattainable sky or mystical barrier, but a marvel of early civilization. It was the handiwork of humankind, their dreams, ambitions, and mastery over nature, that shaped the land, transforming water and earth to build the world around them. By exploring these ancient texts, we uncover that the firmament was more than an abstract concept. It was a powerful feat of engineering, transforming water and land, enabling life to thrive. It represents the vision and resourcefulness of ancient peoples who reshaped their world, creating the foundation for the civilizations to come.